walking the path. Trying to stay on the path. Bright light. No. My dad, actually not my dad, my grandmother, Grandma Connolly, used to always say when we lived together, when we lived with her decades ago in Brooklyn, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, that you must hang a flag on your house, and anytime you see the flag like that tangled, to untangle it. It's very important. And so I have. And so I always will. The reason why I'm showing you all these windows and the blue is because finally doing some kind of, not finally, but I wanted to do this finally. I've wanted to do this for a long time. You know, I did the bottom base last year with Vanessa, the kids. So a lot of work painting this house. Just like the accents of this house, you know, just trying to make it look nicer for what it is, because I'm not, you know, the plans I originally had with this house are not going to happen. I am going in there, but I wanted to show you first why I'm not in there and why things are not done in there, because I've been doing the painting of certain things that just didn't match. You know, this was beige, this was white. The original house color is terrible, gray, beige siding. And then I did get a nice size shed from a friend and had to take it apart and put it back together again. And it's white, it doesn't match the house at all, right? And then the garage arcade, the Monster Core arcade garage level, is also like a ugly beige green color. So whatever, just doing the best that I can with what we have right now. So this was done last year, whatever. But anyway, every little thing here and there, like these little bubble mirror things that I found that I think are pretty cool, and then the little sun right there that I also found, and this mirror that was found. Gonna paint them blue, give it a nice little thing, get rid of this crap. You know, lot has been done so far. Last couple of weeks, I would say, to this house. I actually did fall off the ladder, but not off the big one, off the freaking green one. Just doing some taping on the window, right? And the ground was unlevel. You can probably see the hole too. One of these holes right here, right? Wait, that one or that one? That one. And I went down. Thank God I went down on the dirt, and I have some kind of balance, even though I fell. But I landed good. Landed like a football player or a wrestler off a ladder, and I'm okay. But definitely scary. And when I go on this sucker, when I go on the big boy, and I go up there to do a couple things, I'm gonna definitely have someone hold the bottom of the ladder. You know, more likely Vanessa just will stand on it. You know, just give me some extra assurance when I go up there. But those next two windows are being painted, all those three, I'm sorry. But I'm not gonna paint them from outside, I'm gonna paint it from inside for the most part until I can't get to certain things, and then I'll go on the ladder and touch it up. Paint that vent right there. That's not even used, I don't think. Is it used? No, it actually is used. Well, it's not really used that much, but it is used because it is hooked up to the kitchen exhaust. Anyway, all right, so I do have some time. Haven't been uploading on this channel as of late because, you know, just like I said, man, been busy doing stuff. But I do want to mess with this guy right here. The last video I uploaded was a Spy Hunter, right? And Spy Hunter is actually doing pretty good. It's not 100% yet. It's back there, over there, right? See it? Can you see it? Yeah, there it is, right there. So Spy Hunter's doing good. You can play it. I'm gonna probably play a game or two, you know, just to enjoy what I have. But it doesn't. The sound doesn't work still. Haven't really looked at it that much. I have been doing a little bit here and there stuff with the arcade, but not much. But today I want to see if I can get Super Punch Out. Actually, Super Punch Out going. I forget what's going on with that. I forget what's wrong with it. I think the top monitor is out. So I'm gonna see if it's just a fuse, which I'm hoping. I haven't fired up Sega Hang On, right? It just wasn't plugged in, and I just haven't been able to maneuver games because everything's very tight in here. But I did do a little bit of maneuver, and I do want to put Super Punch Out over here because it fits better in this area. It's a flat top, which is something that really helps when you have stuff, you need to organize. And I always like to put a radio on top of the Super Punch Out, and even Punch Out because I have both of them. And this is where they used to go. And I have like a crappy radio that I also found, but it's nice to have like a radio like that just to turn on, regular channels like 104.3, 101.1, 105.5, 89.5, cool channels that play rock and a lot of 80s hits, good songs. Anyway, all right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to probably, I don't even know what my move is yet. I think I have to take off this door, which is a pain in the neck, a little bit of a pain in the neck. Because every time I take it off, the integrity of it is worse and worse. But I'm gonna see if I can just maneuver games, probably open up that garage door and just spin this around, or just actually work from behind and move a couple games out of the way, like those two, and then just see what's going on with it. But if I can get to the plug right now, I'll plug it in and we'll take a look at it together. I did want to sweep and vacuum, right? I wanted to vacuum more than sweep because every time we sweep, we get more dust. Vacuum just sucks everything up. My freaking vacuum, man, my DeWalt, really good, not brand new, but never really, really good shape, man. I didn't like destroy it yet. It's not too old. Got it from Costco, right? It's always a go-to. It's really good shop vac. It's a wet vac shop vac, right? And the other day when we were, my son Jonathan and I were inside and we were putting in the air conditioners, right? Because I get air conditioners this year for the kids, for their rooms and for the living room, because we don't have internal the ductless air yet downstairs because money's very tight. Can't spend $5,000 on that right now. Sorry. And it's not even 5,000, it's more than that. But anyway, long story short, too late. So I'm cleaning inside using the vacuum, right? Plug the freaking vacuum into the wall. I have no idea what happened. The thing just boom, popped, blew off one of the prongs, right? One of the outlet prongs. And I'm like, what the? And it's stuck in the freaking outlet. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man. So, I'm not gonna touch with my finger. I know that'll, give me a nice shock, more likely, right? It's a freaking fly I want, man. Is that Brundle fly? Where's fly? Fly man. Should I kill him? I'm gonna kill you and feed you to Minty, our turtle. But anyway, I'm like, and then that's it now. Now the vacuum is shot. So it's like it's got one prong. And then if I really wanted to, I could cut it and splice it and, put another plug on, which I can do. But I got it from Costco, and I think I'm able to exchange it and get another one. So that's probably going to be my move. Just get a brand new vacuum cleaner and get rid of that one because, hey, listen, man, I paid for that thing and didn't last more than a year. Don't understand why. Don't understand if it was, the wall, or it can't be the wall because something else showed it out. Very, very weird. Very weird. Anyway, that's the reason why that's dirty down there. I like to, when I pull the games out, I always try to sweep as much as I can and vacuum and, get rid of all kinds of leaves and dust and stuff like that. I think there's like a gun shell right there. Shotgun shell somewhere. It's a nice mouse dew on there, dump. Right? But anyway. And I did insulate these walls one time, whenever it was, years ago, when I had the itch to do it. And obviously I would like to seal them with something, not sheetrock though. I don't want to put sheetrock in here. I would like to do is it corrugated steel? Diamond plated, like a diamond plated sheet. That's what I always wanted to do in here. Some kind of mirror, something really shiny. So it just would whatchamacallit, it would make everything glow better. But I know sheetrock would probably be a better, actually it wouldn't make a difference, I don't think. As long as the insulation's up and I could put a sheet of the diamond plate over it, it would look really cool. But that'll be costly, especially now, the way everything is with money. Ridiculous. We're at war and everything is just crazy expensive, man. This freaking bottle, this 5 gallons, right? 5 gallon of paint was $200. $200 freaking dollars just for blue paint. Stupid concrete wood nothing to do, anything crazy paint. $200. You gotta be kidding me, man. What is going on here in this world? All right, let's get to Super Punch Out, because this is somewhat of an arcade video. And here we go. All right, so it's gonna be impossible to spin this thing around and work on it like this, which I wanted to do. I'd have to maneuver games that way, you know, play Tetris like for real with big video games. So what I have to do is move stuff. Here's the shuffle bowler that needs to go. Just don't have the room for you, mate. You're very beautiful. You're very classic and old. You're a 10-cent machine. You're not a money maker, but you definitely got some nostalgia. There's a Spy Hunter cockpit right there. Still didn't take this off yet. Maybe I should put like a piece of tape on it. All right, just leave it up there. Now that's supposed to be Don Johnson. I told you this last time, right? And that's the lady. That's one of his girlfriends that I believe that she was arrested on the beach for something, probably drugs. I don't know. There's the Monster Outrun, the Beast. Humongous game, super duper heavy. Have no idea how this got here. But an ex-friend. Just give you a quick little tour of what we have. Off-road track pack. Road blasters in there. Very, very reliable game. Where's wood? I gotta knock on wood. Hold on. Let's knock on Spy Hunter. No, actually, not. Let's not knock on Spy Hunter. Right there. Knock on the garage. Rush to Rock. Yo, Rush to Rock was working fine. All of a sudden, something was going on there. Like it was popping, frying or something. Not a good thing. First time it gave me any issues, man. In all this time, years, many years. Super off-road. Paperboy, massive project, I believe. Indie Heat back there. Really, really awesome game. Love playing that game, actually. And this is the other part of the shuffle bowler. Really humongous game, man, this shuffle bowler. Imagine if it was worth the amount of weight, that'd be great. I'd take it. Deal or no deal. This is from my mom that I got years ago. And we got Tempest right here, Tempest project that fires up, but it does not coin up and it doesn't play right now. We will get to that in time. But let's maneuver games so we can get into the back of Super Punch Out. Yeah, I just plugged in Spy Hunter. So if you remember the last video that I did, I was messing around in the back with it, just putting in new fuses, turn the dials on the monitor, and it fired up, man. It's still there. The wheel is a little bit off, like the what you call it, what do they call that again? Configuration of the steering wheel, like it's turned a little bit to the right, and that's not straight. It has to like go to a certain code in there in order for the wheel to be completely straight, but it doesn't hit it. So I haven't really went any further with this that much, and like I said, the sound, the music from Peter Gunn does not work right now, and I have to look into that a little bit more. For some reason, I feel like it's the board. Like I feel like on the soundboard, obviously soundboard, but I feel like maybe a prong or something is not on. But I'm gonna look into it. Maybe I'm gonna look at it tonight. But I do want to take a look at Super Punch Out first. I want to see if I get the thing fired up. This way, because I want to put it back in the lineup. You know, I want to push it against the wall because I have to maneuver again and, you know, move games around, this and that. So that's what must be done right now. So let's do that. All right, I got my trusty screw gun, and I'm gonna go back there. I don't feel like taking the games out of the garage today, man. I'm just not in the mood to keep wheeling and wheeling and wheeling. And I also, when I put the wheels on the bottom of Tempest, I just put them on the best that I could when I did it. And every time I move it, it tips because the wheels aren't far enough back, and the game has like a little bit of a weird angle at the bottom. So I'm gonna definitely have to do some building on that one with some plywood and some 2x4s when the time comes. Just not doing that now, and I don't know when I'm gonna do it, honestly. It's so not on the list, but it has to be done. Just like a lot of things have to be done. But I can squeeze through here, thank God. So let's just squeeze through here. I'll hold my breath. Oh yeah, can I squeeze through here? Yeah. Yes, I can. All right. That's also another good quality when you're a collector of arcade games, to be able to climb and maneuver. So Lay off your McDonald's and crap. Even though last night I stayed up with Vanessa hanging out, having ale, some mimosa. I like the red lights when they're on the coin doors. Just makes them look much more, just makes the game look alive. All right, let's take a look what we have to do here. I know there's this one silly screw right there. Is there another one? Might just be one screw holding this panel up. All right, let's take this thing off. All right, so I had to move over Sega hang on. It's not super hang on, right? It's just Sega hang on in order to get to this thing. What I'm gonna do is I plugged it in. I don't even know what the front looks like because I couldn't get in the front of it. Can you see? Yeah, you tell me what it looks like. How's it look? Is it working? The flashlight on? It does say regular punch out on the side. They sell the sticker that just says super, then it's super punch out. All right, we took the flashlight off. Oh, you want to try it again? Yeah, take a look. Tell me what it looks like, guys. What's the story? Is there any monitor on? Is there life? Is the marquee on? Because I plugged it in. Right there, it's plugged. Yeah. All right, let's go check it out on the other side. See, this is the pain in the neck in here. I'm gonna have to. I really don't want to keep walking around and look like at the front and the back like this. So I have to make a move here. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spin Spire into 2 around here. Remember I told you him before, Don Johnson and the girl. It's very important. It's very, very important part of this game that he's in it. Should be Crockett, right? Sonny Crockett and something Tubbs. What was Tubbs' first name, man? I forgot his first name. But Tubbs is should have been on it too, man. If you are watching still after, how many minutes is this? 18 minutes of nonsense. I want to say what's up to all of you out there. Jason, Last Quarter Arcade. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Yeah, Pinball Steve, right? Pinball Steve, yeah, right. Subscribe to his channel. There's also Bearcade, who is one of the ones that always leaves comments and watches. I haven't been into this channel before, like a couple weeks ago or a month ago. So I forget the usual commenters and the ones that always, watching. But I'll get to know you again. I'll remember you. I just gotta, start doing the arcade stuff again because just trying to catch up on everything, man. Catch up and get ahead. But it doesn't stop. All right, let me press pause. I need my headgear. So I'm gonna get my headgear, my mining light, and I'm gonna see what's going on in there. I'm gonna take a look at the other side too, but I have to maneuver a little bit more because I can't work like this. I really wanted to take off that door too, but now I might take it off. But I think if I move it this way, I can actually do something. So let's see. I don't know why Baby Pac-Man's not on, man. I thought I plugged in Baby Pac-Man. That's weird. Baby Pac-Man, what's going on with you now? Righty then. So it is the bottom monitor that is not on. And what I love to see is some spare fuses right there, which I'm going to see if I could use, which I am hoping and praying that the reason why the monitor is dead is because of a fuse. Digital degauss switch. What does that mean? Press it. Does that mean it's gonna go on? What is it? Is that degauss? What does degauss switch mean? Degauss. Where is it? What is degauss? Is that like Spanish or French for diagnostics? I know there's a volume control somewhere over here, right? Is it in the back of the game? Yeah, there you go, volume. So make that lower or louder. Okay, all that stuff. See, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put a mirror right on the wall, mirror on the wall, and I'm gonna see if anything happens. Because you know what happens when you change a fuse in Super Punch Out? You know what happens? You just made the list. No. Okay, we have fire there. Now let's see if there's fire in this one. Let's see if there's any kind of light there. There is not a light. See? See, there's a light here, right? Let me get rid of the flashlight. You can see the burning light right there, right? Can you see it? Right there, right? And then over here, there is not a burning light. So obviously something is not right. All right, so let me check this out with the camera off, all right? Bring it back. You know, I do have a whole bunch of these things too. I don't know, what are those called? Headers? I forget what they're called. All right, so I located the fuse. There's one fuse right there. That's the top one. And then there's a fuse right there. You can see it? Where is it? Somewhere in there. Right there. All right, I don't know if that's the issue, but if that's the issue, man, and all I do is change it, I'm gonna like do tap dances outside. But I'm not gonna see nothing yet. I'm gonna see if there's anything else in there that needs to be looked at. Could be. It really could just be the stupid fuse, because this thing was left on for hours, and it's from 1992, I think it is. Let me see the date. I just saw a date. I don't think this is an original Super Punch Out either. I think this is a Punch Out that was made into a Super Punch Out. All right, it's 1984. Yeah, I mean, it's just a board, right? 1983. It's 1984. What else we got going on over here? This is boring stuff, right? You know, it's also funny, I don't have the key to open up the coin door. I don't know where the hell the key, I mean, the key probably is in my truck. I took the game back. That's hanging. No idea where that's hanging. Any bugs in here? Yep, there's Frank right there. Frank the cockroach, right? Is that cockroach Frank? Yep. He was playing, he got knocked out by Glass Joe. Okay. What I do want to do, does that make sense? I want to re-plug this right here. I want to take it off and put it on, take it off, put it on a couple times. I don't think I would mess with those. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. I'd like to like unplug and plug those in too. See what, you know, see if anything happens. But the first thing I'm definitely doing is changing that that fuse. Some light, some wires here. It's hanging. I guess that's the old power supply right there. No, it's the same one. I don't see no fuses on here. Although there's a fuse right there that I could take out, a 5 amp, which I might do. I don't know. I think I have a 5 amp in there. All right, so let me get to this right now. Let me just take out that fuse with, of course, the game off. With, does that make any sense? With, of course, with. Be right back. Actually, hold on. Pause! All right, the boringness continues. Like I showed you before, okay, there was a nice little baggie up there. No, it wasn't any kind of bad baggie. It was a fun baggie, a dime bag. It was a fuse bag. Yep, fuse bag. So it had the 2 fuses that I actually needed. Not the main one down there, but it did have this little board fuse right here. Right, this one looks dirty and crappy compared to the other one, but I mean, listen, I changed it. It wasn't a big deal, and it was actually the same one too. It's a little 3 amp fuse. Right. And then back yonder, and I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the fuse? Is that right there? Does it really matter if you see the fuse? Yeah, anyway, in there somewhere, right there. Okay, right down there. Okay, somewhere down there on my fingers. There is another fuse, and it's a whatchamacallit, what was it, a 4 amp fuse? So it did come with this baggie. The baggie of good stuff that was there. Actually, it was up there because I already used the other baggie last time, or somebody did. But whoever left it up there for me, thank you very much. Back in 1984, right? How many years is that? How many years ago was that? 40 freaking 2 years ago. My God, oh my God, oh my God. I don't want to think about that. No, we're not talking about time, frig time. But anyway, I changed that fuse. The last thing I'm going to do is going to change the, I guess the power supply fuse, right? But this fuse looks pretty good. It's a 5 amp. So I'm just going to change it anyway while I'm in here, because there's no reason why not to. And let's see what happens. I elected not to change the fuses at the bottom because I don't feel like going down the basement and digging out a 5 amp fuse and going through the whole bag of fuses right now. But what I did do, does that make any sense? I plugged in a bunch of plugs, and a couple of them were kind of out. believe it or not. They weren't like all the way in the way they're supposed to be. You know what was weird too? When I shut the game off, when I pulled the plug out, I touched this right here, and I got shocked. It was shocking. Not sure why. I did tighten up the goose in the back right here. I did like make sure it was plugged. It seems like it is all the way in to where it's supposed to be. This thing too. I don't know if it's in the way it's supposed to be right there, but I didn't really move it that much. I don't really know how it's supposed to be in as long as it's in. But remember, this is a 1984 game, 42 years old. So not much has been done to it. I just want to know what that means. Like, is that a switch like to turn the monitor on and off? Because it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it clicks in and out. It seems like we could just click it. Maybe it's a test or something like that. All right, I'm firing this up. You can see the plaque. Maybe it's a rare model. It's like too much light. I don't even know. Sorry, guys. All right, let's fire it up. I know this is like ridiculous, but hold on. Bear with me. Talk to the ceiling. Hey, ceiling, what's going on, man? Any power? Any power at the bottom? Oh, nothing yet. Nope. Negatory. Only the top. I was hoping for a little quick miracle, but all right. So we'd have to find out why it's not going on now. The monitor is out. I still see no power right there, right? No light. Yeah, so the monitor is definitely out. There's nothing going to it. It's not the fuses. Could be something like this. This wire is very loose. I also don't want to be touching things while the game is on. I don't really see changing that fuse right there. That would make any difference. I don't think you can touch that while the game is on either. I was hoping for a quick fix here, changing a fuse or something silly like that, but this is definitely going to take a little bit more troubleshooting. I'll definitely Google it and see, what to check in these suckers, why it's not firing. But there's definitely no power to this monitor right here. Well, the monitor is not on. Whatever it is, I don't know. But blah, blah, blah. It can't be any of these things. What is this thing called again? It's not a capacitor, it's something else. Forget the name of it. Should I like touch this thing while I'm back here or what? Is that gonna cause a shock? It would be on. Well, it wouldn't be on, but something definitely is not firing. Na. Pause. I will say this one again because, like I said before, when I touched this, okay, now I'm not feeling nothing, but before I felt a shock. I don't know why, but that means there is some kind of power going on in there, right? But why is not the monitor firing on, powering up? There you go. See, the only thing that sucks about this is now when I put these games back, it's a BITCH to maneuver and mess around with them. So it's like I wanted to see if I can get this thing going and then just put it back in the lineup and continue on. paint the house and do all the fun things, you know. But can't do it right now. Still not on, right? It shouldn't be on. No, still not on. Still only have the top one on. There's probably a way to like put the bottom one on with the power from the top, right? If I really wanted to mess around with stuff, wherever the main power thing is coming from. Like I'd have to just trace probably this, right? Maybe this, and then put it into that. Yeah, it's the same one right there. And then I'd have to like figure out where that monitor is, right? And then just switch it just to mess around and stuff like that. But I'm not, it's way too late right now. I'm definitely not staying up much longer. This would be fun drinking beers to do, you know? Even though you like may lose. What was that bugging? What was that sound? Hey! Even though, you know, beers make you a little bit fuzzy and stuff like that, it makes it more fun. I'm sure everybody can relate to that. Well, most guys can relate to that, and girls out there. I have a whole like box of those things, man. I just like changing it, but it definitely has to be the right one. It can't just be any, right? It has to be the exact part, the exact number, the exact voltage, the exact match. See, if I do this, I feel like I'm gonna get electrocuted. But nothing's happening at all. You're probably like, don't do that. Some of you are probably like telling me, it's right there, dude. It's that piece right there. It's that button right there. It's that wire. Yeah, well, I'll come to my house and fix it then. And fix it for free because I have no money to pay anybody. That's what I'm trying to do by myself. All right, the video's getting longer and longer and more boring and more boring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it an executive decision right now. And probably going to do this. Probably going to put the games in at work that are on, like Sega, like Hang On, Crazy Climber. I'll put Crazy Climber back in here because that's what I did. I moved Crazy Climber out from in there, and then I wanted to put Punch Out in there because it's whatever. But I forgot that one of the monitors weren't working. So this way I can make moves in here. So now it's pretty much safe to say that these fuses that I took out are still good. So I'll just hold on to them and then I'll actually tape them back. That's actually not a bad idea, you know what? To put them in a bag and put them on the back of the game. So when you do have an issue, it's just right there and you can just change the fuse. If it's that simple, you know, and you have the exact fuse, right? That's definitely an old router. Guy that had routes with games and stuff like that, what they would do. All right, let me put these games back. I'll try to make a couple good moves here and then get back to the end of the video.
Knockout! Come on, stand up and fight!
What did I do to make this happen? All right, so this game is turned on. This game is set to free play. I remember that because it was in the bar. I don't know if it made a difference of me putting in the, plugging in the joystick console, this thing. I think it did though. Because I think it's playing right now.
Ladies and gentlemen,
okay.
Canadian Bear Hugger.
For whatever reason, I had this thing disconnected, but it's still not playing the bottom.
Right.
Let's see if I can just blast this guy.
Left.
Let's see if I can knock him down.
Knock him out. Right hook. Left. Let him away. He's down for the count.
Oh, I knocked out Canadian Bear Hugger.
1, 2,
Watch, I gotta
3,
do this.
4,
The dip.
5. Yeah.
Oh, he knocked me out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Get up.
Right.
So I knock him down.
Left, right. He's knocking him out. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Right.
He knocked me out again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Left.
So I can knock him out.
Left.
Playing blind.
Left. Right. Left.
Come on.
Left. He's down for the
I got him.
Knock him out. Knockout. Great fighting. You're an up-and-coming boxer.
A knockout, a blind knockout. How about that? Playing blind knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dragon chair.
There's no chance I could do this again.
Height.
Dragon Chan.
Left, left, left. Right, left, left, left. Right, left.
This guy's a body blow guy, right?
Left, body blow. One,
He got me.
3. Right.
Right hook.
Body blow. Body blow. Body blow. Body blow. Body blow.
I'm done.
1, 2, 3. Body blow. Body blow.
I'm done.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knockout. Come on, stand up and fight.
The sounds. Love those sounds, eh? All right, people. Here we go with Mr. Super Punch Out. Nintendo 1984. Not 1983. Regular Punch Out was 83. Super Punch Out was 84. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut it down. And I don't even know what I'm going to do right now. I might just call it a night because I don't really feel like doing anything more. It's coming to the witching hour. And it's time to go to bed. So, like I said, this bottom monitor is out. And I'm going to do a little bit of Googling, some Safariing, and see what it could be. And then take it from there. Hopefully it's something it's something stupid and simple, I'm sure. I just don't have the experience and knowledge of these games. And I'm learning as I go, like probably most of you. And once you know, then you know. And that's knowing. And knowing is half the battle, right? G.I. Joe? I don't know what else to tell you guys out there. Anything cool, anything good to say? I don't know. But I don't know. Leave some comments.